watch along on Premier Sport Fan Center. And tonight we're having the big one, the Manchester derby between Manchester United and Manchester City, right there at the Etihad Stadium, which happens to be Manchester City home ground. And it's a big game all around the world in this game. This is one of the games you don't really want to miss the action for 90 minutes. It's Manchester City against Manchester United. My name is Adeyemi Shegun and I'll be your host for tonight's watch along on Premier Sport Fan Center. But I'm not alone in the studio as I have my regular guys, the Yemite himself and the Gaffer.
Yeah, good evening. Another day to talk about the Manchester derby. And I hope that they give us mouth-watering goals to celebrate today.
Yeah, we're
really looking forward to it.
We are all looking forward to that. And matches in the 8th minute of action already. And Manchester City who are taking all the pressure expectedly against Manchester United. They've gone close to scoring in this encounter. But Manchester United defense have kept them in this game. And also we have in the studio the Gaffer himself.
Yeah, good evening, Shegun, and good evening, Yemi. Another big match, the Manchester derby. Manchester United versus Manchester City at the Etihad. You know what? We all know what to expect when we are at the Etihad. But sometimes football is not always calculated like that because a lot of people must have given Manchester City a straight win in this encounter.
He has a very good rare opportunity for Manchester United to attack against what? Manchester United, who has broken the deadlock, and who else that? Marcus Rashford in the opening 8th minute has just given Manchester United the lead in the Manchester derby. This is where you have the big players come to play. Marcus Rashford with the opening goal for Manchester United. What a game we have at hand.
Yeah, what a game we have at hand. It promises to be exciting. Now, Liverpool will be licking their lips. Maybe Man U can do the needful for them. But really possible for Man U to do it here because we know derby. There was, I think, 2-3 seasons ago when Man City was on a 11-match winning streak. It was this same Man U that ended it. Pure 2-0.
Wow, what a movement from Manchester United there. That was a pass right there from Andre Onana, which got the run of Marcus Rashford. That was a good hold-up play there from Bruno Fernandes for Manchester United. Good hold-up play there. He releases Marcus Rashford, who dropped a ferocious shot there that beats the Manchester City goalkeeper Ederson. There was nothing Ederson could do to stop that. And it's Manchester United who has gone 1-up. What happens to the Manchester City defenders here? I think I'm looking at the way they started this game. They started the game on fire. And right here, right now, they are a goal down against Manchester United.
Yeah, coming to this match, they look like the Manchester United look like the underdog, and Manchester United City look like those who are going to win it. And the confidence is already in the Manchester City. Hoping to come in this match today to score a lot of goals. That is what will be at the back of their mind because they have what it takes to score those high number of goals. And Ten Hag is well. We look at the formation. He deployed against Manchester City, and right now is working. And talking about how that goal came, though it's the brilliance of Rashford that got that goal. It's not like they played like string passes and got that goal.
It was Bruno who laid down the pass for him there. And yes, Manchester City attacking, trying to get their own equalizer there, but Haaland couldn't get onto that ball before he got straight into the hands of Manchester United goalkeeper Andre Onana, who gathered that for Manchester United.
Yeah, that pass from Onana is one of the reasons why Ten Hag preferred him to the game. And it's one of the reasons why this guy, David Raya, is now benching Ramsdale at Arsenal. The support the goalkeeper gives, you don't just send the ball out, you don't just clear the ball anyhow. You need to aim, you need to have a target, you need to send good passes. And now look at that brilliant pass from Onana, led to Manchester United's first goal.
Yes, Manchester United who has grown into this game and controlling possession against Manchester City right now. Andre Onana on the ball, releases one, finds the runnings of Dalot there, and Dalot on the ball goes inward into midfield and finds Garnacho on the ball. Garnacho holds onto it and turns around, and still holding onto it and returns back into the hands of the Cameroonian goalkeeper Andre Onana, who has conceded 58 goals for Manchester United this season, but still the second on the clean sheet list in the EPL. Shows that those goals conceded hasn't really been Andre Onana's fault for Manchester United. And yes, Manchester City who has regained possession. And looking at the winning rate, it's like everybody, puts their money on Manchester City to win this.
Of course, not everybody, but most people will do the right thing, which it looks like Man City is the team that is here to win, take all 3 points. But football doesn't usually go that way. Because if you always go that way, we don't need to watch another 90 minutes. You just award them the point. But football, we have seen for a long time now that football many times surprise us. And the way it will come is one of the things I would
As
love to
12
watch.
minutes, Manchester United with a corner kick, another opportunity for them to get the second goal in this encounter, but that will be going to the back of the net. And yes, Manchester City through Bernardo Silva clearing the lines, finds Doku on the ball there, and Doku holds onto it comfortably and tries to beat his man there, and it's Doku running the Belgian. Unfortunately, it has to go out for a throw into Manchester City, and you can see Pep Guardiola, giving his boys the kudos, giving them that pep talk, encouragement that they can still do it. It's still the early stages of this game. Just 13 minutes gone on this encounter. It's Manchester United leading 1-0. At the top, nobody would have expected them to lead.
Yeah, normally, even Chelsea too was leading at a point in time at this stuff. The thing is, Manchester City level has dropped. It's not the same level they were last season. The level now has dropped, and it's now meant for Guardiola to find a way to shock absorb it. Because when you look at it, Chelsea was wasteful. That was why Chelsea played a 1-1 draw. Now you come into this kind of game with a more clinical, not so better team, but more clinical team than Chelsea. They will punish you. So these kinds of game,
transfer for Manchester City, but Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United captain, to the rescue as he sends that off for the corner kick for Manchester City. And the pressure is currently getting, intense. For how long do you think Manchester United can, soak this pressure?
To me, I think you just touched the tail of the lion. That is Manchester United. The question running in my mind now: do they have what it takes to hold Manchester City? But looking at the solidity of the defense, formed by Tehan, is a very good one. But this Manchester City, you can't tame them. You can't tame them. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just early enough. It's just early enough for us to begin to say, okay, this one goal has actually separated. No, a lot will happen in this game. A lot will happen in this game, and promises there will be more goal in this game, but we don't know where it's going to come from.
Let's see where the goals are going to come from. We can see the frustration, the intensity in that game as that is up Stones will actually kick that out for Manchester City. And it's going to be a goal kick to Manchester United in the 14th minute of this encounter. And to Manchester United. Dalot is taking that throw in. Manchester United are not in a rush to take that in this encounter. 14 minutes gone. And still 1-0 Manchester United leading against Manchester City. Consider that goal scored by Marcus Rashford in the seventh minute of the encounter. He has a chance for Manchester City to get our own equalizer against Manchester United. Phil Foden on the ball there, takes a shot there, and Andre Onana to the rescue. And it's going to be another corner kick to Manchester City in this encounter. The pressure is mounting in, and Manchester City are doing everything possible to get that equalizer against Manchester United in this game.
And that's expected. Whenever you score against teams like Man City, they will come at you. So you really need to learn to suffer, because for a very few minutes after you score that kind of goal, you will suffer because they will come at you and come all guns blazing. But if you concede, it might be on the downside because you can begin to concede. But if you can hold your own, they will still make more mistakes at the defense. So that's where you want to counter them. You want to take advantage of it. And when you take advantage, score the second goal, they will come again. They can still make more mistakes. Then you can always go for the kill.
It's one player we've seen Manchester City, spent big money on is Vadoy, and we've not really seen him, playing for Manchester City.
Yeah, when you look at the way Man City play, it takes time for a defender to come and say, okay, look at those defenders. In Netanyahu first season wasn't the best. John Stones first season wasn't the best. When you look at those guys, it takes them time to understand the Man City system, because it's not the conventional way, send it forward, and all those kind of stuff. So it is a different approach. Your defenders have to be silky with the ball. They should know how to protect the ball. They don't just clear the ball anyhow, because you want to minimize how many times you lose possession. And that's the key. One of the key things about the way Guardiola plays. You want to always minimize how you lose possession, and so that will tell you that.
Can always say that. And good order play from the captain Bruno Fernandes there to set up Marcus Rashford for that Manchester United opening goal in this game. That goal has really lightened up this game, as we have seen Lot of attacking instinct from both teams in this encounter. 17 minutes gone in that encounter, and it's still Manchester United leading 1-0. But let's go straight to the starting formation. And Pep Guardiola favors a 3-2-4-1 formation today against Manchester United. Starting Ederson, the Brazilian in goal post, and the defense is Kyle Walker, who is captaining Manchester City today. And he has a good chance for Manchester City to get that equalizer. Manchester United successfully clearing their lines and back to the starting level. It's Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, and Nathan Ake at the back foot for Manchester City.
That's
a good chance for Rashford. Couldn't hold on to that. And straight into the hands of Ederson, where a chance there fell straight into the hands of the English midfielder there. We couldn't hold on to that. And in the midfield, we have Rodri and Justos playing as the pivot for Manchester City today. And up front is Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, and Jeremy Doku. While it's a Loma striker heading Haaland for Manchester City. While Manchester United chose to go with a 4-1-4-1 formation tonight against Manchester City. Andre Onana in goal post, Victor Lindelof playing as a left back, Diogo Dalot playing as a right back, Rafael Varane and John Evans playing as the preferred centre back. It's Casemiro and Kobe Mino, playing on the pivot. While up front is Bruno Fernandes, Scott McTominay, and Alejandro Garnacho. While it's a Loma striker, Marcus Rashford, who has broken the deadlock in this encounter. 80 minutes gone in this game, and it's still Manchester United leading 1-0. And it's looking like Manchester City might just struggle to get that goal because we've not really seen any Haaland involvement in this game.
Yeah, one of the things you can do against Man City, because Erling Haaland is not that player that will drop into the midfield and come and play like Harry Kane and these other guys. Is the out-for-out number 9. So one of their shortcomings is when you cut supplies to them, it can be really challenging for them to get the ball. So Man City, if Man U can just cut the supplies, then limit the number of balls that gets to Haaland. Maybe they will have a day that Haaland will be quiet.
Okay, last season in the last fixtures played at the Premier League at this same Etihad Stadium, which was Manchester City, who ran 6-3 victory over Manchester United. And if there's one thing about Manchester City, you can't really write them off in a game of football. We saw them in the FA Cup. Erling Haaland scoring 5 goals, but this game he has really been absent in this encounter. It looks like the Manchester United centre backs have done a good work on Erling Haaland in this game.
Yeah, it's still early days, and when you look at it, how intelligent are the passes of the midfielders from Man City to Haaland in this game so far? They've not really sent him on a clear-cut chance, any at all. It's not as if he has been missing the chances, but the ball has not really gotten to him for the number of minutes, maybe around 19-20 minutes they've played earlier. Maybe Guardiola needs to tweak things a little, get more passes to Haaland, and Haaland can do the finish. If there's somebody that can score, give Haaland the chance.
Okay, let's say you have to give Erling Haaland the chances, that man that can get Manchester City back in this game, and you expect Manchester United not to take their eyes off that Norwegian. The highest goal scorer in the EPL last season, the current highest goal scorer in EPL this season with 16 goals, and just Mo Salah and Ole Watkins, who has 15, are behind him on the top scorers list in the EPL. And looking at ball possession in the early 20 minutes as we are approaching the 21st minute in that game, is Manchester City still having the better share of ball possession with 64%, with Manchester United having 36% of ball possession. It's just opening 21 minutes, and Manchester City has had 7 shots in this game. 2 shots on target, 2 shots off target, and 3 block shots in this encounter.
Yeah, the way it goes, Man City, they will come at you. So you just have to be prepared to suffer, because you will actually suffer playing against Manchester City.
And one thing is, under 20 minutes, and we have 8 corners already.
Yeah.
6 to Manchester City, 2 to Manchester United.
Yeah, that's
on that 25 minutes.
Yeah, that's the response when the unexpected team goes ahead. The team that is expected to win will now come all out, looking for a way back into the game, and that will give birth to a lot of corner kicks, because the Manchester United will be defending with their whole lives, right now.
Let's see how long Manchester United can defend, or how long they can create another chance in this encounter for them to double their lead against Manchester City in this game. It's Manchester United statistics in this game. They have 36% of ball possession, just 1 shot in this game, and that shot was what led to that Marcus Rashford goal. Precisely, it's a ferocious on that kick from Marcus Rashford to score for Manchester United. And yes, Manchester City attacking against Manchester United. And yes, Nathan Ake, the Netherlands defender, sends that back into the hands of Ruben Diaz. The Portuguese there holds onto it and tries to lead an attack from Manchester City from back behind. Sends on straight into the hands of Ederson, the goalkeeper, who holds onto it. And what will he be making out of this? Still holds onto it as releases back into the hands of Ruben Diaz. And Ruben Diaz finds Nathan Ake on the left wing for Manchester City. Nathan Ake returns it back into the hands of Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz finds Rodri, and Rodri returns it back to Nathan Ake as Manchester City looking to attack right now. And he has Stones on the ball, goes outward and finds the run is Phil Foden there, and Phil Foden passes a run against Garnacho there. What will he do? Sends one back into the midfield. And yes, Manchester City enjoying the possession and taking it gently against Manchester United. They are not in a rush to get into the box. So looking at the way Manchester United are defending, having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players behind the ball.
Yeah, 10 men behind the ball, and that's the way to go. You see, once you know that this person is your boss, the next thing to revert to is defending. That's just how it works. If you attack against this kind of Man City side, you will get hurt. Look at Luton that came out in the FA Cup. They got 6. So
it's a good chance for Manchester United, and that will be Manchester City, and that will be Manchester City's 7th corner kick in this game, just 23 minutes into it, and they have 7 corner kicks already. But look at Andre Onana, where he was running back into his box. I think he really needs to be very much careful with how much he comes outside, because you look at players like Rodri, you look at Bernardo Silva in that midfield, and you look at Calvin De Bruyne in that midfield. These are players that can be precise with their shots.
Yeah, they can be precise, and there are some players that have killer instinct in them in the midfield. So with that killer instinct alone, it might be out of his line, and they just make a long attempt, and before you know it, it's a goal.
Yes, Manchester United breaking out against Manchester City with this brilliant chance, and it's Bruno Fernandes on the ball there. Also, I think it tries to release out the Manchester United. Here's a chance for Marcus Rashford. Couldn't connect to that. And for the second time, he has let out a goal for Manchester United without getting the good hit on that. But this is the second time. It's looking like the pressure is finally getting to Marcus Rashford.
It's getting to him. Looking at prior to this match, coming to this match, he has had a lot of matches he played for Manchester City without Manchester United without scoring. But the goal he scored today, just what? So a match, Rashford can score important goal like this, but all along he has not been scoring goal. But look at the chances he has missed. That's to tell you that this scoring has not actually got into him.
Rashford has been scoring important goals, but this season he has been found wanting. The thing is, I think he just needs to bring his head back into the game of football and play. Things like you missing some things in the team because you're in a nightclub and all those things. It is a sign that your heart is not in one place. Bring it back to the field of play.
Yes, big chance for Manchester City to go forward against Manchester United. And it's Bernardo Silva with that cross. He's out for another corner kick. 8 corner kick or 9 corner kicks for Manchester City. No, 8 corner kick for Manchester City already. Under 30 minutes in this game. We've seen 10 corner kicks in total in this account. And that's adjournment that the hand was in the natural position for that Manchester United defender. Calvin De Bruyne with the corner kick for Manchester City, and Andre Onana to the rescue there for Manchester United. And here's Kyle Walker who releases Phil Foden there before they sends it outward there. And here's a cross from Manchester City, and Calvin De Bruyne on the ball there. What will he be making? The Belgian speedster, the Belgian magician sends one into the midfield and finds Bernardo Silva. And yeah, he's going to be a shot there, and that looks like another corner kick for Manchester City. The pressure is piling up. For how long can Manchester United hold on to this pressure?
Yeah, and it's left to be seen, because Man City will keep coming at them, asking the questions until they get the answers. And you know that there are enforcement on the bench. A lot of reinforcement from Man City that can come from the bench to kill off this game. And I think what Man you just need to do is defend well, but they can't afford for Rashford to be missing chances like that.
Yeah, those are chances. If it was on a certain Chelsea player, I would have looked at that is normal.
And because Rashford too is having a terrible season. Rashford is really having a terrible season, and I think A lot needs to be done to Rashford psychologically. So he's having a terrible season. He's not the first person to have a terrible season. It's how you fight back from it that matters.
Okay, so 28 minutes in that counter, and it's still Manchester City who are trailing Manchester United in that Manchester derby. Who would have expected Manchester United to be on the front in this game? But that goal came against the run of play because it's not the true reflection of this game. Because if you're looking at ball possession, every minute Manchester City dominance is growing. Now 72% of ball possession to Manchester City and just 28% to Manchester United in this game. Total shot for Manchester City is 8 in the opening 30 minutes. That is what they bring to the game. Intensive pressure.
Yeah, intensive pressure is expected from Man City, but when you look at it, ball possession doesn't win games. It can give you the stats that it will be smiley, but if ball possession wins games, Chelsea will be in the top 4, top 5 this season. So you just have to convert your chances, convert that domination into a penetration. Meanwhile, then you try to get the desired.
You know, and me myself, I don't want to quickly run to conclusion that it's over for Manchester City. We know Manchester City at the Etihad. If you look at their record so far in the EPL, 30 match unbeaten in the Etihad, and then 5 draw in the Etihad. That's 35 match unbeaten in this very particular stadium. And if you look at the head-to-head, even when Guardiola came to Manchester City, you see that they've played 15 times with Manchester United, and Guardiola have won 8. Then due to Manchester United won 5. And if you look at the recent form of Manchester City, you just know that their recent form, they have been winning and been winning comfortably and been scoring a lot of goals. So this one, it's just initial gara sometimes anyway, but I don't know how long they can maintain it.
Okay, let's see how long they can maintain this in this account. It's Manchester City, Doku on the ball there, comes inward there and passes straight into the midfield. It's Manchester City attacking right now, and that is, it looks like it's Rodri on the ball, releases the run of
Alvarez. Is that Alvarez?
No, Alvarez is not there.
Yeah.
Yes, still Manchester City. Bernardo Silva on the ball there, comes outward and finds Calvin De Bruyne on the ball. A cross from Calvin De Bruyne, but straight into the hands of Andre Onana, who came to the rescue for Manchester United. Andre Onana has really been in this encounter, and that is one thing he brings to the game. Is those goals he has considered has really shown a true reflection of what Andre Onana has achieved for Manchester United.
You know, I keep saying it back to back. It is just the defense of Man. When you expose your goalkeeper, they will concede a lot of goals. It's not as if they are not good enough, but they will concede because of that exposure. It is, you see, most clean sheet is not about just the goalkeeper. It's mainly the defense. You have to shield your goalkeeper. Then the little ones that goes through, then the goalkeeper will come to action and will respond accordingly.
I guess it starts at minute of this game, and that is Mark Tomini, who has just lost possession to Manchester City. It's Phil Foden on the ball, returns back into the midfield. And yes, Manchester City attacking against Manchester United, looking to attack and get that equalizer. Doku on the ball right now. He has really been wasteful with his runnings in this encounter. He tries to get into the box and find himself into the box. There's an opportunity for Manchester City, but Doku again couldn't get that into the box. And it's 30 minutes gone in this game as we are approaching the 31st minute. Manchester United leading 1-0, consider that 8-minute goal scored by Marcus Rashford. And what a way to go straight into halftime. Do you think Manchester United can still take this 1-0 lead straight into the halftime break?
I think they can. All they need to do is don't let the foot off the pedal. The players are still fresh. They can still run well good, and there's still Amrabat on the bench that can come up and just defend you. So what they need to do is you prepare that you want to suffer for like 100 minutes of football, and they've suffered I think 30 minutes already. So to suffer for the rest of the minute to get 3 points.
Yes, a chance for Manchester United, and that looks like it's Manu on the ball there, releases it straight into the hands of Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford, after that goal, hasn't really find it easy in this encounter. And it's the 32nd minute in this game. Still 1-0 Manchester United leading, and and it's looking like the possession gradually Manchester United are coming up as they have 29% of the ball right now, but just 2 shots over in this game, 1 shot on target and 1 shot off target from Manchester United. Yes, Manchester United attacking against Manchester City. What will they make out of this? Will this be a chance created from there? And you're back into the hands of Rafa Varane. Wow, that was a great midfield, good pass off field there from the French defender. Releases Dalot on the ball there. It's still Manchester United enjoying the better share of possession right now. Manu on the ball there, holds onto it and goes out for a Manchester United throwing. And that is going to be a throw into Manchester United in the 31st minute of this game. We have about just 15 minutes to go in this first half. Manchester United leading 1-0. Looking at it right now, what do you think Pep Guardiola should be telling his boys for them to be able to get that needed equalizer?
Yeah, you just have to keep asking the question. You keep pressing. Because one thing about football is when you go into a game, you don't know when you will score. It's based on faith. It's based on belief. So it is that belief you have to keep asking, keep pressing. Then before you know it, when pressure gets to a certain stage, they might collapse. But sometimes you might be unlucky, but you just have to keep faith. You can't afford to lose that faith.
You can't afford to lose that faith. Let's say if Manchester United Manchester City faith can actually give them one goal in this first half or restore parity in this game in this first half. Still, Manchester City enjoying the better share of possession against Manchester United as they look to attack right now. And yes, might just be a good chance for Manchester City. Straight into the hands of Jeremy Doku. You fancy a run against Dalo there. The inward there. That is a mysterious kick. Where a chance there for Andre. Oh, for Erling Haaland there. We couldn't keep that header down as it sails up wide the goal post of Andre Onana for Manchester United goal kick there. Where a chance there for Manchester City to try and come back in this game.
Yeah, a good chance for Man City. But Erling Haaland, you could not get enough time to just react to that ball. So you just have to just react to point blank, but it was not in a...
But don't you think a control there will have been better for
Erling Haaland? Closed down by two guys. You know, it's just 2 steps away from them. So the best thing is, I think, is what he did right
there. And that's one of the reasons why he scored so many goals, because he's very fast at the ball.
Yeah.
He has that reflex, but this one was too fast and he didn't actually get his balance. Yeah. He would have headed that ball in. Yeah.
You're talking about response. Erling Haaland has one of the very best response as a striker around the world of football. He is going to be a free kick to Manchester City after Lindelof brought down Phil Foden in the midfield and back into the hands of Phil Foden. Fancy run against Lindelof there. What will they be making out of this? Takes his man and beats his man there. And a chance for him to cross into the box. Still Phil Foden on the ball. What will he be doing? Sends one out the wall there. And he cross into the box there. But that's only going down. What a chance for Manchester City. What a big save there from Andre Onana. What a shot there from Rodri. And that is what you get from the Spaniard midfielder. But that was a good save there from the Cameroon goalkeeper there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful. I see we've seen Rodri score so many goals from
he
this.
He was almost going out to celebrate.
Yeah, we have seen him score so many important goals from that very position against so many teams. And look at that way. Look at the way he took that shot. He was so precise. He placed it at the right angle. If not for the brilliance of Onana, that would have been an equalizer of Manchester City.
You have to give it to Andre Onana there for the brilliant save from the Cameroon international. Wouldn't really have it very well at the African Cup of Nations as it crashed out in the round of 16 when Nigeria sent them packing from the African Cup of Nations. But there's the next one, that is the Morocco 2025 for Cameroon to also try and see if they can make amendments and win the African Cup of Nations again. And here is Manchester City attacking right now. And here is the defender then Nathan Ake coming inward there for Manchester City. What will he be making out of this? Sends pass back into the midfield and finds the running and straight into the hands of Phil Foden there, who has really been having it good against Lindelof in this encounter. Sends one straight in field there. Yes, Manchester City. Phil Foden with a shot there, but that goal side netting, and that was Kevin De Bruyne with that slick of a shot there from the Belgian, but that will be finding the back of the net as it goes straight off for a goal kick to Manchester City.
I'm talking about De Bruyne. He just has the opportunity to equal Fabregas, that is the second most assist in the EPL, who has 111. De Bruyne is having 106 so far. So he has just 5 assists to equal Fabregas. But the overall 162, that is Ryan Giggs, who has the highest assist in the EPL. So he's doing well because he's still active in the world of football. And I'm very sure, this time, he will equal Fabregas to be the second.
Yeah, he might just find it easy to equal Fabregas by the age of 33. Kevin De Bruyne is also aging very well. Yes, Manchester City attacking right now against Manchester United. Manchester United doing a lot of defending against Manchester City, who has really dominated this play against the red side of Manchester City, but the red side have really kept up their neighbors quiet in this game. The noisy neighbors, like they call the Manchester City Blues, they've not really been noisy in this game as that goal has eluded them, even with total domination in this game. Phil Foden on the ball, dribbles inward there and holds onto it for Manchester City, releases straight into the hands of Nathan Ake, who has come inward for Manchester City. Manchester City piling the pressure on Manchester United, Bernardo Silva releases it one straight into the hands of Jeremy Doku, who comes inward there. But that is a wrong pass as Manchester United successfully clears the line off in that encounter. 37 minutes approaching the 38th minute in that encounter. It's still Manchester United leading 1-0. Yeah, mate, if you are Eric Ten, what will you be telling the boys right now?
I would say they should defend. Just keep it down. It's almost half time. Take this lead to half time, and if you get your chance, you just take your chances, and that's very important.
You can hear that from them. Yeah, mate, let's see if they can hold on to that in this game. And yeah, it's Manchester City attacking. And yeah, it's Rodri on the ball, tries to release or feeds out the run of Foden there. But that's when they get into the English young man. And still Manchester City attacking with lots of ferociousness in this game. And sends one straight back into the midfield. And yes, Manchester City, the fancy cross into the ball. It's Foden having it easy on that wing here. He has a chance for that equalizer, but well saved there by Manchester United defender. And finally, they have to clear their lines, but straight back into the hands of the blue and white jersey of Manchester City, who are swanning around the Manchester United box, looking like they're playing about 15 Manchester City players in this game. But Manchester United will be breaking out the young 70 years old Manu there. It's going to be an infringement against Manchester City and a free kick to Manchester United, who will finally be having a fresh breath of air there.
And you look at that minor, his composure on the ball. These are once in a while talents that just come to play.
You look at his age, 17 approaching 18, and playing like an experienced player.
Yes, like a full-blown mature player. He's just really, really magnificent. And if he can just get the right kind of coach, maybe Ten Hag continues with Man U, I think we are looking at a very good Manchester United legend.
Maybe a new Pogba. Pogba in the making.
Maybe Scholes. More like Scholes, not really Pogba. More like Scholes. Solidity in the midfield.
Okay, yes, Manchester City breaking, but Erling Haaland will be having that break as the referee spotted an infringement against the Norwegian striker there. And it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United in the 38th minute of this game. And we're approaching 40 minutes in like 2 minutes time. And there's about 5 to 7 more minutes to go in this first half. Manchester United will actually fancy taking this 1-0 into halftime break.
Yeah, really, really fancy it. And that's the way to go. You don't want to concede any diamond. Because if Man U concede right now, the second half won't be funny for them. It will most likely be like them giving the game to Man City. So it is now that, we know that Man City score early second half goals. It's a lot of it. During Pep Guardiola's reign in Man City. And this game will not be a different one if Man U allow Man City to come back into this game in the first half. But with the way Man U is playing, I don't think Man City will come back in this first half.
Okay, let's see if that's what will be happening in this first half. With Manchester City be coming back as we are onto the 40th minute of this game. Here's another real opportunity for Manchester City, but straight into the hands of Andre Onana. Everything from Foden and Bournemouth and also Jeremy Doku. He has really been getting the good response for Manchester United. And he has been one of the reasons they're staying in this game. Still why this game is still 1-0 in this encounter. The battle for the EPL is actually heating up, and this is match day 12-7. Liverpool still leading at the top of the pack with 63 points. Manchester City second with 59 points right now. Should they lose this game, they'll be on 59 points. Should they win this game, they'll be on 62 points. Arsenal with a game in hand at third position with 58 points. And surprisingly, it's Aston Villa who are fourth with 55 points also.
Yeah, this has been a season that Aston Villa has come to the party. Really, really come to the party. And when you look at it like that, you see that Aston Villa really made the right decision, paying the sign-on fee of their coach, Unai Emery from Villarreal. Because coming into that side, he has really, really made them better, a lot better. Been one of the most improved sides since last season till this season in the Premier League. And look at it, they have, and they are still in Europe. And they are still performing like this in the league. They play every Thursday, and they still come back into the league and still do the needful. No, that's something.
There's a cross from Manchester City, but that's only going to the back of the net as Nathan Ake restores the pressure for Manchester City. Was out for a throw into Manchester City right there. And looking at Jeremy Doku in this first half, lots of opportunities for him to run against the defenders, but the end product has really been the problem for him.
Yeah, they must have watched. They know that Grealish is out, so it is Doku that will start. So they must have done a lot of things about him. And one thing about players like Doku that Hazard has that he doesn't have is Hazard is unpredictable, but Doku is more predictable. You know, he want to run in on you, even to a strong foot and try to do something about it. You know, there are players like Messi, though they have one-legged player, they are one-legged players, but you don't know the size they want to go to. And that if you make yourself unpredictable for a defender, you make it really, really difficult for them to mark you out. And I think that's one of the aspects Doku needs to improve on his game. It's really, really predictable.
Let's see if Jeremy Doku, the Belgian, 21 years old, can actually improve on that. His career is still very young and still has a lot of talent in him. Yeah, it's Manchester City attacking right now. Sends a pass there, trying to locate the run. He's over. Oh, yeah, it's a good chance. But Calvin De Bruyne couldn't keep that at bay and sails up wide for a goal kick to Manchester United in the 43rd minute of this game.
You know, there is something dangerous Manchester United are doing right now that can cause them that can cause them a goal in this encounter. You know, each time Manchester City lost the ball trying to attack them, you know, they recover the ball from Manchester City, and instead of to string clean passes, they always pass, you know, reckless passes. You not get to the person they want to. You misplaced passes. So it is smelling danger. You know, they can get that ball and pass it to Manchester, one of Manchester City player, and get that goal against them. You know, I've seen them repeat that move about 6 to 7 times now. They get the ball and they pass it wrongly.
Yeah. All right, so this is the 43rd minute, approaching the 44th minute of this encounter. 1 more minute to go in regulation time of first half. And still Manchester United leading 1-0. Costing that goal from Marcus Rashford in the 8th minute of this game. And straight to ball possession or statistics of this game is Manchester City still enjoying the better share of possession with 74% of ball possession. Manchester United having just 26%. And it has been 15 total shots for Manchester City in this first half as they look forward to attack against Manchester United again. And yes, Foden releases back into the hands of his Manchester City teammate who comes inward there and releases back into the hands of Rodri. Or will Rodri make out of that sense one straight back outward there, finds out Foden on the ball. Before he comes inward, finds Rodri on the ball there. And yes, still Manchester City attacking. Manchester United breaking very well. And it looks like the biggest problem for Manchester City in this game has been breaking through the Manchester United defensive wall.
Yeah, the defense is really manned very well. Double, and that's a good chance for Man City. They missed it again. And Foden, the shot was blocked. So I think Man City right there, they have one thing, the way they play, it seems Minor is down. Maybe the shot.
I think that's the shot actually took one. Yeah, it took one for his team there. Let's see what they'll be making out of this as we approach the 45th minute already. And it's 45 minutes on the mark. And any moment from now, we'll be seeing how much minutes the referee will be adding in this first half. And back in play is the Manchester United leading 1-0 at the Etihad Stadium. Who would have thought Manchester United would come to the Etihad and get up a lead against Manchester City? The central referee today is Andy Madley, who is refereeing this encounter between Manchester City and Manchester United. And let's see, the game has restarted and it's Manchester City attacking right now against Manchester United. What would they make out of this? Sends one inward there. And still chances. Rodri on the ball. Comes inward there. And Phil Foden. And that's it. What on earth? How did that wait out? What was that? Who would have thought of that? My God! That was just had to do that in the back of the net. Wow.
I don't want to.
No, that was put on the platter for him. Put that in the back of the net. There was no need. What a chance there for Manchester City. But Erling Haaland just set so much pace on that ball there. He couldn't put that in the back of the net. All he did was just a tapping. Just a tapping there.
I think he should have raised his leg higher than what he did.
Well, I don't think there was no need for him to raise his leg. Just tap that into the back.
How will he tap it?
Just as in front of your boots was just all you need there. Just push
you're
that.
Just saying it from here. The distance between him and the ball is so the way he had to run into that position, I think it's just the angle that the ball came through. These things
yes, Manchester United attacking against Manchester City, trying to see if they can get a second goal in additional minutes of first half. And that is Bruno Fernandes, the provider of the first goal for Manchester United, who sends that straight into the box there. But Henderson to the rescue for Manchester City, and he'll be looking to send that out. It's 3-minute additional time added by the center referee. and it's going to be the 40. We are into the second minute of additional time already. Halftime flies in a game of football, and we are just 1 minute away from the end of the first half. And Manchester United taking a real lead in this encounter, unexpectedly leading against Manchester City. But that is the game of football. You just have to win. It's not really about dominating. It's about getting those goals into the back of the net, and that is what Manchester United have done in this game. As Manchester City run straight against the Manchester United, trying to see if they can get that equalizer in this first half, and straight into the hands of Jeremy Doku, who has really they've really found a way to defend very well against in this game. And here's Kevin De Bruyne releases straight into the hands of his Belgian teammate. And here's another chance for Manchester City. Manchester United still clearing their lines, defending very well, like they have the avatar in their back line in this encounter. And here is Nathan Ake on the ball, comes inward there, and it's the 3rd minute of additional time already. And it's looking like any moment from now, it might just be halftime. And Manchester United will be taking this 1-0 straight into halftime break.
Yeah, it looks more like it, but you can't rule out Man City. 30 seconds is enough for a goal to come in. And when you look at the way they've been dominating Man United, the goal can come in. It's just a matter of time. So let's see if Man City can still do something special this first half.
Can they do something special? Oh, a chance there. That would have been an own goal for Rashford. But unfortunately, that will be going out.
Look at that one.
Look at that one. What were they looking? How did you allow Kevin De Bruyne, to run around and collect that passing?
You can't touch him there.
No, the first person, it was Bernardo Silva who was on the pass.
Yeah, it's the 1-2. That's the 1-2 is difficult to mark. So it's just the brilliance of Man City.
And that's another Manchester City corner kick, easily saved there by Andre Onana. And yes, still Manchester City taking the pressure against Manchester United, creating a lot of chances. Since that goal, we've not really seen Manchester United in this encounter. It has really been intensive pressure from Manchester City. And that looks like another chance for Manchester City. But it's halftime already at the Etihad Stadium. And it's 1-0 at halftime.
Yeah, 1-0 at halftime. Let's just hope that...
You just have to do that.
This what interesting football.
You can see Guardiola. I think that's the 4th official.
Yeah. What is he complaining? What is he complaining?
Only the 4th official will be able to tell us.
You don't need to complain. These boys have played very well. Just they were not lucky enough. Look at that goal missed by Haaland. The best chance of the Manchester City was missed. That's why sometimes I say every player can miss goals. Look at that goal. Who would have thought that Haaland would have missed that kind of goal? But of course, he missed it. And that is why Manchester United still won the first half. If we need a half in this encounter, Manchester City versus Man U, it's 4 for something odd.
Yeah, you could have gone for it.
Why didn't you go for it? Why didn't you go for it?
I didn't go for it, but I studied. I looked at it. I said, "Wow, that is mind watering." It's tempting, but one that just have to be careful.
Yeah, it's just an average 2.5 goal prediction fan will be happy with this first half because he knows that if Man City come back to win, the 2.5 is available.
How do you actually think Manchester City will be getting a goal in this game?
I think they can. I think they will. It's just a matter at least one goal.
Listen, Man, you have to devise a means. So looking for a way to keep the ball out of the hands of the Manchester City side. You know why? Because look at the chances they are creating. The moment the ball is with them, they want to create those chances. And those chances will always come. I look at Manchester United, they are not in the game. They are just after, what they are after is to defend. And that is a dangerous way of playing. The best way to defend is to attack. Take the ball, even though you don't go for it, but just take the ball, string passes, hold up the play.
There are some things that you don't just attack. If you attack, you will be destroyed.
You really want to attack?
You remember that there was this game, was it 6-0 thumping of Man U by Tottenham?
Yeah, Liverpool also.
Even Liverpool last season, that one is fresh in their memory, very fresh. So you cannot just attack like that against Man City. Man City is one team that they have a lot of goals in them.
So you look at it, looking at the first half statistics. Now let's look at the analysis. Manchester United have not even attacked in the first 18 shots already in the first half. Just 45 minutes, 18 shots. 3 shots on target for Manchester City. You have to look at one person and give it to Andre Onana in the first half. Should Manchester United win this game, he might just be the man of the match for this game.
Likely.
8 block shots in the first half. And Andre Onana has really been it for Manchester United in this first half.
Lately, if you have an opposition team perform very well against Man City, mostly the defender or the goalkeeper will be the man of the match because they would have done a whole lot of work. So it's just the way Man City set up the team, the way they play. they are set up to actually exploit you. So if you say you want to attack, you will leave out space in the defense to exploit. So you cannot be perfect at the two at the same time. It's not possible in football. You can only minimize it. You cannot close shop. Because look at it, Man City is attacking. They have to play high line. And when you play high line, your defense, there will be space for players to exploit. It's just that they played the Chelsea that was wasteful. They would have gotten up to 4 goals. Against Man U, they should be 3-0 down this first half, if not for Rashford that was miscuing and couldn't run with the ball. So I think these kinds of pattern has their own advantage and disadvantage. But Guardiola doesn't care. It's just like Ange Postecoglou too is in those philosophy of football. That's why you see Guardiola. Whenever they are playing against Liverpool, he's always happy because he knows that Liverpool will come they attack and the result is still very tight. But Man U, good luck to them.
Well, great game from Andre Onana in the first half. Played 49 minutes plus additional time in the first half. That's 45 minutes plus 4 minutes additional time he played in the first half. Made 3 big saves in the first half, 1 punch and 6 high claims of crosses in the box. And 3 big saves in the box from Andre Onana to keep Manchester United 1-0 ahead of Manchester City. He made up 33 touches in that game, and 13 of his 21 passes were accurate in this game. And he played 13 long balls, and 7 out of it were accurate in this first half. Really big first half from the Cameroonian, who has gone through a lot of criticism since joining Manchester United.
You know, I keep saying about that criticism that you don't have to just follow what everybody is saying. Sit down and look at this thing holistically. After I did my own, I told everybody in the studio that look at this thing. This is not. Adibin is Onana. We will say, okay, this is Onana. It's not most of those goals. Go and check it. Keeper, even Ederson makes defensive errors. The Alisson, but those things happen in football. But it happens once in a while with Onana. But when you see those goals he considered, my goodness, you can't say. And there's a lot of this noise. When people keep shouting at you, it's something that you didn't do. It affects you psychologically. It downs your morale in the game. Still with that, it's still raking in performances week in, week out for Manchester United. I think he will be better off for it. The same way Maguire was better off is witch hunt.
Yeah, let's look at one man who has really been absent in this encounter. Erling Haaland, the big striker for Manchester City.
Yeah, the big guy. I think since he lost his grandmother, I think 2 weeks ago, it has taken a toll on him. And that's one thing that he's just struggling. You see, football is more psychological than physical. Physical, you have to keep fit, but your mind, where's your mind? Because the Haaland we know will not lose that point blank say. If he has to use his teeth, he will score that goal. So I think his mind is somewhere. He needs to come back, find himself again, and start scoring again.
Okay, one man who has really been in for Manchester City in this game has been Phil Foden. He has been everywhere for Manchester City today, but the finishing touches has really been the problem for him. Or should we say Manchester United and defenders have done very well against him and Jeremy Doku in this first half?
I just think they have been unlucky. The two of them has been running riot against the Manchester United defense. Man U has been defending with their lives. There are two of the guys that have been responsible to be Phil Foden and Doku. Because when you look at those wings, those two Manchester United wing backs will soon get tired because those guys keep pressing at a very higher pace. You know, the tempo of the game is really, really high. And you have to give it to Man City. Because, you know, when the tempo is high like that, the fans just want to consume everything you have to offer. Because there's no dull moment. You hardly want to take your eyes off the screen. And when you look at the way Jeremy Doku was approaching, taking the game to that wing back for Manchester United, it will just take a little more time, a little more pressure. But if I was Ten Hag, I would ask the pivot player to be supporting him at that wing because he can't do it alone. He can't really do it alone. So that what happened to Awoni against Adingra doesn't happen to him.
And the gaffer coming to you, looking at Manchester United on the first half, they are not really in this game. Looking at the statistics, they've not really, threatening. They've not really been threatening against Manchester City. For how long do you think they can keep this momentum?
Well, I don't think it's going to be very, very, very long because look at what Manchester City have actually brought before Manchester United. And to me, this is one of the best games I've seen Manchester City play. The level of attack, the ferocity, the high intensity. they brought to Manchester United. But I also want to salute the arrangement by Ten Hag and what Manchester United are actually brought to this match. They've not actually had good.
And look at that service from Onana. That is pure vision.
Yeah. So they've not really had smooth football, in this encounter. They just deliberately want to defend Manchester United, knowing very well they are very high attacking side. Because if you look at it, they are not too good this season. Manchester United are not too good this season. So far, so good in the this is 26th, 27 match, the 27, right? Yeah. And they've already had 10 lost in the EPL so far, so good.
Consider over 60 goals.
You understand? Consider over 60 goals. And the only time they had more than 10 loss was in 2013, 2014. That way they had 12 loss already. And it was not long ago. And the season is not over yet. Probably they are going to break that record. We have 14 or 13 loss. So, for a team like Manchester United, who have had a very bad run, playing against Manchester City like this, with this high level of defense against Manchester, I think I also salute their courage.
Let's see what Eric Ten Hag and his boys will bring into the second half of this encounter. Look at this attack.
How did Rashford?
I think that was the ball. Just he left the
ball.
No,
he headed it to the wrong position. He should have headed it forward for his own.
Look at another one.
Look at it. They've wasted a lot of chances. But let's go straight to Manchester City's bench and see some of the players on the bench, and let's look who might just be coming into this game in the second half to change the face of game of the team of the scoreline for Manchester City. They have Stefan Ortega, the United States of American goalkeeper, on the bench. There's also Manuel Akonji on the bench. There's Diogo Vadoy on the bench. There's Sergio Gomez, Matheus Nunes, Rico Lewis, Mateo Kovacic, Oscar Bob, and Julian Alvarez on the bench. Jack Grealish is out injured. And it's not really looking like that's a rich bench you expect from Manchester City.
Yeah, Alvarez is rich. Kovacic is rich. Any of those guys can sit in. One can sit anywhere in the midfield. One can sit anywhere in the attack. So I think it's rich. You see Viado, you have Akonji sitting on the bench, starting from the bench. The bench is rich. It's just a marathon of football, so there will be injury worries. But if it's another team that a player like Grealish is out, it will be so evident that people will see. But this Man City we have seen, even without reaching to the bench, they can win this game. It's just that the more Man U defense they continue to withhold the pressure, the more they will get tired. So that is why the clinical moment of the game, from 70 minutes upward, they would have been tired. So that is when Man City can actually really hurt them and really hurt them back.
Let's see if Manchester City will be out to Manchester United in this encounter. But let's go straight to Manchester United's bench in this game. They have Ate Beindi, the goalkeeper from Turkey, on the bench. There's also Willy Kambwala on the bench. Abibo Guneye on the bench for Manchester United. Sofian Amrabat, the player on loan from Fiorentina, also on the bench. Antonio, the big man signing from the Brazilian, signed from Ajax, is on the bench. And we also have Omar Folsi, Toby Collier, Amad Diallo, and Christian Eriksen, who we've not really seen play much of late.
Yeah, I think thanks to Mino, Eriksen has not had enough game time, but you just have to reach out to the younger adults. If he's 18, he's playing like that, you have to give him game time. It's just a wrong time for Eriksen to go out injured and come back. Mino has taken the place. He hasn't been able to win his spot back. And you cannot play two ball passers in the pivot. It will not be balanced. So you have to play one marker and one ball passer. So Casemiro is doing the marking, Mino is doing the ball passing. So that's how it works. That's why Casedo and Enzo, you will see that Poch prefers those partnerships, except if one is out injured. So that's how it works. You have to balance the two. But with the way it's going, I think Eriksen will just find his way out of Man U.
Okay, let's look at the injury list for Manchester United. There's Antonio Martial out injured. There's Tyree Malaysia out injured. Lisandro Martinez is injured. Mason Mount injured. Aaron Wan-Bissaka injured. Luke Shaw out injured. Rashford Hojlund out injured. And Harry Maguire out injured. About 5 or 6 of these players are regular starters for Manchester United.
They're regular starter, but to me, the one missed too much is Hojlund. We've seen him back to back, not because of the injury, banging goal for Manchester United. And that is the reason why, for a very long time, we've seen Manchester United won 4 consecutive games in this season. And since he left, they've been struggling. But I think this kind of matches are those matches that Angelot will really be missed. If he was here, probably that would have been a different way of approach.
Do you also sharing that Haaland is highly missed by Manchester United in this game?
Yeah, of course, an informed player.
But yeah,
it will be missed.
Okay, looking at that wrong we saw from Rashford. If it had been Haaland in that position,
it will be better. Because Haaland's mind is in a better place now. He has gone through that period where they were shouting his now he has not scored yet. Now he's beginning to score. He's on a 6-game streak. Yeah. That you don't want to lose that kind of a player to injury. So I think it will affect them. Then Rashford now playing the number 9 role is new to him. But one thing that will be an addition is that early goal he got. So it will do something to his confidence. But the one he misses, that means Ten Hag has to do a lot of talking to his mind. He needs to start believing that it's the Rashford that carried Man U on his shoulder last season, that he can still do the same thing again. And I think he can do it. He just needs to put his head in the game. Just stay in the game. You don't need stay focused in the game. Leave the club and leave the form fair. Leave it for after the season. Focus on your football and you will get the best out of it.
Okay, you get the best out of him in that account. And there's a big second half to come in this game between Manchester United and Manchester City. And we can see the players coming out onto the turf at Etihad Stadium to get onto the pitch for the second half. It's a big 45 minutes still to come in this game of football. Let's see if Manchester United will be doubling their lead or they'll keep on that pressure and win this game 1-0, or will it be Manchester City coming back in the second half? We'll go for a quick breather, and when we come back, it's going to be a second half action. Please, I need very cold water. Hello, welcome back from that breather, and this is the second half of that game between Manchester City and Manchester United. And the players are back on the pitch, and the second half has restarted. I will be giving you the live watch along of that game for the remaining 45 minutes of this encounter. And it's still Manchester United leading 1-0, courtesy that 8-minute goal from Marcus Rashford as he gave Manchester United the lead in a totally dominated game by Manchester City. Let's see if Manchester United can hold on to that pressure in the second half and take this unexpected or a rare victory over Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium of all pitches. And looking at the second half, 45 more minutes to go, 45 more minutes for Manchester United to hold on or hang on in this encounter. Do you see them hanging on or do you see them conceding defeat?
It depends on the tempo Man City will come at Man U with. But I still think Man U can hold their own. They've done it before, they can do it again. It's a derby, it's bragging right they are playing for, not maybe who will top the table or not. It's derby. So every player wants to register their name in gold on the field of play. But with the way it is, Man City are fond of scoring early second half goals. Since Man U can prevent that, maybe Man U can actually go with a point or 3 points from the
What about you, the gaffer? Would you see taking this game Manchester City or would it be Manchester United?
Well, it's good. Manchester City, for Manchester United to hold Manchester City in the second half, they have to sweat for it. It is possible, but they have to sweat for it. But the way I'm seeing it, I don't see them holding Manchester City to in the next 45 minutes without Manchester City scoring a goal. But I would have preferred I would have fancy Manchester United adding 1 goal so that they can comfortably win this encounter. But Manchester City will score.
You can hear that from the guys who expect Manchester City to score in the second half. What they couldn't do in the first half. The expectation is that they'll do it in the second half. It's still Manchester United leading 1-0 in that encounter. The second half has started already. We expect to see more fireworks. So, looking at Erling Haaland, what do you think he needs to do different in the second half? He hasn't really been involved in this game.
He should be calm. Just be calm. The goals will come. You don't need to worry. You don't need anxiety. Just be calm. Just be calm. If you can be calm, then you will do the need. You just need to be calm. You know, I think he's living in his own island of pressure of scoring goals. It was not like that last season. I think he just need to just stay his Haaland, tell himself he's brought Haaland, he will get the goals. The goals will come to him.
I remember in the first feature, not this season, the last season, Erling Haaland scored an hat-trick against Manchester United.
That's
and in the reverse feature of this one, he scored 2 goals. So he's one of those players who has scored more goals against Manchester United. The only player that have scored more for Manchester City is Aguero, who scored 8 for Manchester City against them.
Over a span of
period. But so far so good, he has scored 5.
So and chance for Manchester United to break through against Manchester City. But that pass from McTominay couldn't get into the box, and it's Manchester City breaking out against Manchester United. With a very chance for a counter for Manchester United, Manchester City sends one straight into the hands of Phil Foden, who finds himself in the box there, but tries to lay some shots there, but that's eluded. That makes a big wall of the Manchester United players there. Still, Manchester City starting from where they stopped in the first half. Excessive attack against Manchester United. And yes, Nathan Ake on the ball there, holds onto it and looks inward and releases one straight into the midfield there. And it's Manchester City, and it's Kevin De Bruyne on the ball there. And that is the danger man for Manchester City. Sends one inward. And Erling Haaland found himself in the box there. Pass side to release. And that is one. What a big save there from Andre Onana. And what a way to start the second half. It's Andre Onana on this big day against Manchester United. He has really been the man keeping Manchester United in this game.
Yeah, he has been the one. Look at that build-up play. Look at that. How can you allow Haaland to rest on you like that in the box? That's not the best. That attempt took a weekend deflection to get to Onana. That was how Onana could really get that one easily. So, Man U should be very careful. Most likely they can consider.
And it's looking like they're probably coming into the second half to try and defend, or try to hit Manchester City on the counter.
The players have not changed. It is still the same player. So you don't expect Man U to just come out and attack against this Man City. They will still start defending. But when their own chances come, maybe they will now just convert it, do something better than what they did after that first goal in the first half. So it's more or less expectedly Man U will defend in the second half. But we'll now look for a way to kill off the game on the counter.
Well, it has really been a wasteful day for Manchester City in the office. 20 goal attempts in this game, 4 shot on targets, and 16 shot off targets for Manchester City. It has really been a prolific day for Manchester City at office against Manchester United, who has had just 2 goal attempts in this game, 1 shot on target and 1 shot off target. And one of those shots was what led to that goal from Marcus Rashford in the 8th minute for Manchester United. As the 51st minute, which means we've seen 6 minutes of action already in the second half. And still 1-0 Manchester United leading against Manchester City. At what point of this game do you think the manager, Pep Guardiola, should be going to his bench?
I think maybe towards the 65, 70 minutes of this game. Because it's a game that they need. They need it like the air that they breathe. Because it is very close in the first 3 of the Premier League standing. So if Arsenal wins tomorrow, and if they drop point here, Arsenal will go second. That means Arsenal will be the next team to look forward to, maybe to take the lead from Liverpool. So I think is one thing that Man City needs to focus. They need to start getting the big chance and converting them, because it's very, very important.
Yes, Manchester United breaking out on the counter against Manchester City. Marcus Rashford on the ball there, but that sails off wide and is going to go out for a throw into Manchester City. Looking at the total passes in this game, Manchester City has completed 437 passes in this game, while Manchester United are still struggling to complete half of those passes after completing just 144 passes in the whole of this 53 minutes of action. 100 attacks from Manchester City in this game, 26 from Manchester United, 96 dangerous attack from Manchester City, and just 16 from Manchester United in this game.
Yeah, the difference is clear, like 7-up. You just have to give it to the way Pep Guardiola has built this team over the years. They are one hell of a team to play against. Whenever you want to play against Man City, you have to be ready to suffer, or else you will concede and concede in a very, very dangerous. Even Liverpool gets ready to suffer sometimes. It's just that they have enough attacking prowess to move forward.
That's a good chance for Manchester United to try and eat for a second goal. Yes, Marcus Rashford on his favorite position on the pitch returns one straight into the hands of Lindelof there, straight back into the hands of Lindelof, who goes outward into the hands of McTominay for Manchester United. McTominay straight onto the wing there. It's Garnacho on the ball there. Comes inward and finds the captain Bruno Fernandes for Manchester United. Here's Dalot on the ball there. Returns one back into the hands of Fernandes. Fernandes back into the midfield and finds the run is of Varane, if I'm not mistaken there. It's still Manchester United currently in possession of the ball. We are approaching the 54th minute of this game, and it's still Manchester United leading 1-0 against the Manchester City. Do you think Eric Ten Hag needs to go to the bench also, or should he just keep composure of the starting 11 for Manchester United?
This is not the time to go to the bench. I think if you want to go to the bench, maybe in the 80th minute. If this line up, this team players you selected so far continue to do the job, because now they're already getting used to the Manchester United style. If you do anything, I mean, may distort that cohesion. They are having there already, because so far they are doing it very well. Like I was saying before, I think it's time for Manchester United to also actually come out, hold the ball. By holding that ball, it's a technical time wasting. You understand what I'm saying? But are they good enough to string those passes comfortably? You understand what I'm saying? But if you see what they are doing right now, so far so good. In the last 3 minutes, they've been able to string those passes around and buying time.
If you watch every team Pep Guardiola has coached from Barcelona, one of the things that is very difficult to do against a Pep team is to hold people, because a Pep team wants to have possession every point in time of the game. So when you have a team, that's why there is specific kind of player that Pep likes to use. It's not every player that can play the Pep role. So this Man City team, if Man U tries to hold the ball, many of the time they will get punished for it, because they will lose concentration defensively, because they are playing a team that when your defense is just solid, they can still run you riot with goals. Talk less of when you are when you are a bit shaky at the back. So I think the best thing is what Man U is doing right now. Defend.
Okay.
Just defend.
A win here against Manchester City. So Manchester United sit 3 points away from Tottenham, who are currently 5th on
and
the
Manchester
table.
City.
Back in the game, it looks like Manchester City have gotten the equalizer against Manchester United. In that game, we are still waiting for, but still looking at it, the confirmation is still what we're waiting for in that game.
And Man City is
yes, Manchester City are back in this game in the 5th or 6th minute. They've gotten the equalizer against Manchester United. That is pressure, coming in to pay at the right time for them.
I keep saying it, that early second half, Man City will score. That's why I say it's most likely they will score, because when you see Man City play like that in the first half, and when they come out early in the second half, what they want to do is to hit you, and they've hit Man U. Now they have Man U where they want Man U.
You can sell that, and it's the big man who has really been everywhere in the first half of Manchester City. Phil Foden gets in and lashing on the back of the net with a superb finish for Manchester City in the 5th or 6th minute. And what a way to come back into this game. The pressure and the total dominance coming in to pay for Manchester City. And it's game on right there at the Etihad.
Yeah, it's game on at the Etihad. So it is expected that Man City should get a goal, because it will be an injustice.
Look at that. Defending with about 9 players.
Yeah.
For how long can you do that?
Yeah, that's the question right now, because
look at that shot. Look at that hit from Phil Foden. Yeah. What a superb goal. Both goals we've seen today are really superb goals from these two players.
We keep saying it. We spoke about Doku and Foden.
Yeah.
They've been giving. Look at Lindelof. He couldn't hold him down. So it's just a matter of time. That's why I was looking like early second half. The same tendency Man City will score, and they have scored already.
Well, brilliant finish from Phil Foden for Manchester City as he perfectly collected the pass on the edge of the penalty area from Rodri. They produce a nice strike into the top left corner as the score is currently 1-1 between Manchester City and the Manchester United. What a way to come back into this game. The gaffer now,
No.
it's 58 minutes into this game. Manchester United have conceded a goal. And we also saw Manchester United score earlier on in the first half, but they kept the composure, not really fully composure, but kept it clean at the back and defended very well against Manchester United. Do you think Manchester United can still come out and make one victory over Manchester City in this game?
Well, of course, this is football. Everything is possible. Everything is possible because Manchester United have what it takes to hit another goal again against Manchester United. But the possibility here is that if you look at what has actually happened now, I think this goal scored by Manchester United has a lot to do with their psyche, and it's also going to motivate the Manchester United side. They want to get more goals. The possibility for them to say, "Hey, guy, we can win this match," is certain for them. And Manchester United, they will be discouraged. But hey, professionalism has to come to play here. If they have to bring back their morale and fight back, the possibility for them to score against Manchester City, it is there. But if only they believe and go out against to get that goal.
I'm talking about the Yemites right now. We're talking about Manchester City finding it hard to get into the box, and and within some minutes into the second half, they had to devise a means of getting shots from outside the box, and one of that has got into the back of the net.
Yeah.
How will that actually disturb the pattern Manchester United has come into this game with?
I think when you can't penetrate into the box, then you shoot from out. They have guys who can shoot. Foden, even Doku, even Rodri, De Bruyne. So when one way is not going, you go through the other way. And now that they've gotten a goal, now the pressure shifts back to Man U.
Yeah, that's the first substitution as Pep Guardiola was taking out on Jeremy Doku at the start, at the 5th and 9th minute as we approach the 60th minute of this game. Julian Alvarez, the World Cup winner with Argentina, has been thrown into this game. We saw Julian Alvarez when Kevin De Bruyne was out injured, and he deputized very well for him in the midfield.
Yeah, he deputized for him very well. And Alvarez, one of those players that has come through for Man City this season, he can't start all the games, so it's understandable if he's starting this one from the bench. But he's one dangerous player, and he's also good at the set piece too. So that's the double, and it can create chances. So when you have De Bruyne and Alvarez on the field at the same time, and that can be a positive one.
Okay, 1 hour football at the Etihad Stadium is Manchester City 1, Manchester United 1. And 60 minutes of action already. That means we've seen 2 quarters of football gone already. We're getting straight into the last quarter of this account. And Manchester City has a free kick in a very promising position. And you look into the box, you have a lot of players like Rodri, there's Erling Haaland, there's Ruben Diaz, and there's also Julian Alvarez in the box there. These are players that can lash onto a set piece for Manchester City.
Yeah, there are players that can lash onto set piece, but mainly Haaland because he has the height. And there's a De Bruyne standing next to it. So I think, look at it, it's a short one, and let's see if they can take advantage of that.
Okay, that's only going straight. That went straight into the hands of the goalkeeper, Manchester United goalkeeper, has sends that a false start out for a Manchester City corner kick in the 61st minute of this encounter. A very good shot there from Kevin De Bruyne, but that's only beating Andre Onana in the goalpost for Manchester United. And it looks like that goal is not really, looking at the performance from Andre Onana today, it's just unfortunate that he will concede that goal.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. That goal, there was nothing he could do about it. It's just the opening, the 2 pivot players slipping, and they've been blocking most of the shots in the first half. It was not as if Man City was not taking them, but this one, they had no answer to it, and boom, Man City is back in the game.
Okay, Manchester City are back in that game. It's 1-1 and already. And any of these 2 teams will be going all out to try and get that winner in this encounter. It's very much important for Manchester City to get this victory to keep the pressure on top on Liverpool, who are currently sitting at the top of the table. Sorry. Looking at statistics in this game already, it's still Manchester City dominated play against Manchester United. 71% of ball possession straight into the hands of the blue side of Manchester, and just 29% to the red side of Manchester.
Yeah, expectedly so. Most likely, every of this fixture over the last 8 years or 6 years has been a ball possession has mainly gone to one side, and it has been Man City for over the years. Unexpectedly, it will still be the same today because I don't see Man U coming out to play against Man City as it stands right now because hey, if they come out, if they do anyhow, they'll see it.
I guess this is the top minute of this game where everything is still at a bay. That's a count. I still 1-1 between Manchester City and Manchester United. Let's see which of these two teams will be making that victory. Or will it be a shared draw, a shared 1 point between both teams at the end of this game? Let's see what this game will be ending up with. Looking at ball possession, it's still Manchester City enjoying the better share with 71%, Manchester United with 29% of ball possession. Just to goal attempt for Manchester United. Really, really poor from Eric Ten Hag and his boys.
Yeah.
It's looking like they're just sitting deep and trying to soak as much pressure as they can.
Yeah, that's their game plan. And right now that Man City is back, I think I expect Ten Hag to react from the bench. He needs to react, at least tweak things a little. Maybe, Man U is currently playing 10 men behind the ball. And it's not advisable right now. You are trying to defend as early as 62nd minute. What will you just produce is that your players will get tired easily because running will get suffering from the first 10 minutes of the game till now. So it won't be the best way to go for Manchester United. But what they need to do, they still defend, but at the same time, they need to attack. Play counter-attacking football, not that you are just playing all men behind the ball.
Ten Hag don't want to a situation whereby continuously Manchester United will be winning them and winning them with high margin. Man City will be winning them and winning them with high margin. Like if the first one they played was 6-3, right? And the other one was 3-0. They didn't respond anything. So probably he want a situation whereby this goals margin will not be much.
But at least
that's why
Ten Hag at Old Trafford last season, Man U won 2-1.
Not in the EPL.
Yeah, in the EPL last season, 2-1. That controversial second goal, if you remember. So,
but that was at Old Trafford.
That was at Old Trafford. So the 3-0 too was at Old Trafford. That was the first leg this season. And that Man City had to teach them some lessons.
Okay, away from this game and straight to the
looks like Onana is down.
This is what excites Manchester United fans who want to behold in this encounter. They just hope Andre Onana will be able to continue that encounter. And away from the EPL, straight to the German Bundesliga, where Leverkusen has successfully opened the 10-point gap between them and Bayern Munich in the German Bundesliga title race as the defeated Köln 2-0 in that encounter. It's full time in that game between Köln and Leverkusen. It's looking like Leverkusen are not ready to lose any game this season. Also in Serie A, it was 1-1 between Florenese and Lecce, while Cagliari went straight into Empoli and defeated Empoli 1-0. Alas Verona defeating Sassuolo 1-0 in that encounter. And Atletico Madrid are 2-1 up against Real Betis in a Spanish La Liga game. That game is currently in the 75th minute. And also in the game between Villarreal and Granada. Villarreal defeating Granada 5-1 in that encounter with a big victory for the Yellow Submarines in the in the Spanish La Liga. And this game between Manchester City and Manchester United is currently in the 65th minute and is 1-1 between Manchester City and Manchester United. Yama, do you see this game ending as a draw?
I don't see it. I don't think so. I think one of the two teams will nick it, but it's tilting towards Man City more than Man United. But if you want to ask for my own piece that I want it to end in a draw. But hey, it doesn't look like it.
Are you a Liverpool fan? Or are you
I'm not a Liverpool fan.
Because right now, all Liverpool fans, all Arsenal fans will be praying for Manchester United to defeat Manchester City.
Yeah, it's just the race for the title.
Yeah, the race for the title.
Familiar foes will become friends because of their joint force.
Enemy become
let's look at before we go back into analysis or commentary of those games. Let's look at Manchester City next two EPL games. They'll be traveling to Anfield to face Liverpool on the 10th of March. That is one game that that looks like might just be deciding who stays at the top or who is opening more gap at the top of the table.
Well, with the way it looks, if Man City win this game today, it will make that game more lucrative. But even though if they don't win, if they play a draw here, it will open a 3-point gap between Liverpool and Manchester City. But Anfield is one terrible ground to go to. It's a ground whereby the pressure will be heated. The fans is the number 12th man on the field of play for the Reds right there. So I think I'll just keep my fingers crossed and keep looking out for it. It's going to be a match-watching game. It's not like one-sided game than this man used to. They take the game to one.
Well, after that game against Liverpool at Anfield, they'll be at home against Arsenal in the EPL on the 31st of March.
Yeah, after the international break. But there's one thing about playing after the international break. You just have to pray that luck shines on you, that your key players don't bring back injuries.
So basically, Manchester City next 3 games in the EPL against the second and the third, fourth, and the third and fourth team. The first, third, and fourth team. Because after Arsenal, they'll be at home again against Aston Villa.
Yeah, Aston Villa, I think, is a game that Man City will take. But the threat right there, I think, is only Liverpool, because I think they will defeat Arsenal.
What about Arsenal? No. You can't say that. You can't say that at the Etihad. Arsenal can defeat them. Look at the Arsenal run.
You said I can't say that. No, see, statistically, since 2015, has Arsenal survived at the Etihad? And now this is, even from 2015, I think this is like the third or second best team that Man City has. And we see, realistically, this is not about emotion.
No, it's not about emotion.
It's not about me liking or not liking.
Also, if you look at the form of Arsenal, it's not something you just say they're going to defeat Arsenal. Probably they get a draw there. Or
I said I don't see that.
That's his own opinion.
I said it's my opinion.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
I said I don't see them. We know he's an Arsenal fan, so we know that. So I said okay. For instance, when you asked me that coming into the second half, will Man City score? I said I see them scoring. In fact, early in the second half, they scored the goal. It's my opinion. It doesn't mean they will really score, but they scored it. So against Arsenal, I don't see Arsenal surviving. Did you not see the game last season? Arsenal was even topping the table. Look at how Man City devoured them. It's still the same Arsenal. How many players changed? No, it's the same Arsenal.
When that time comes, we begin to talk about it.
Manchester City has a free kick in a very dangerous and promising position on this pitch, and we can see Manchester United making that substitution. Johnny Evans will be withdrawn for Willy Kabwala in the 69th minute of the encounter. Let's just hope that is not an injury-forced substitution for Manchester United, because they can't afford to play up the last 20 minutes with that big pressure. And looking at Kabwala, he's not really that experienced when it comes to playing for Manchester United. And Rashford has gone into the books as he considered that a free kick to Manchester City. Let's see what Manchester City will be making out of that free kick as we approach the 71st minute of this game. Kevin De Bruyne standing on that. And we know how dangerous it can be from set pieces.
Yeah, it can be really dangerous, but it's just one guy that has not really gotten his set piece boot back. If De Bruyne can get back into his mojo, and with all this transfer noise, well, he's an experienced player. He should be used to those things already. But I don't think he will score this one.
I don't really think he can score that. You can hear that from Yemite as we're into the 71st minute of this game. 19 more minutes for Manchester United to hang on and get a famous 1-1 draw against Manchester City. Or will it be Manchester City finally getting that victory over Manchester United? It was really beautifully dominated game by Manchester City as Manchester City looks to attack right now. And here is Rodri on the ball, goes outward and finds Phil Foden, who looks like the bringer of all good things for Manchester City in this game. As every good thing has gone through, that England winger comes inward there. And here is Manchester City everywhere on the pitch. And it's looking like we are not really seeing any red getting onto the ball. Nathan Ake sends one straight into the hands of is Manchester City, sorry. Ake on the ball comes inward there. And here is Stones lay on the shot. A warrior shot there from Kyle Walker. Straight into the hands of the goalkeeper, Andre Onana.
And that was good position from Andre.
Yeah.
Caught that one easily, as if it was a back pass. And that was good vision right there.
Yes, Andre Onana on the ball, passing that confidently. If everything's a problem for the Cameroonians, not really passing, that will really be a problem for him. Yes, Dalo on the ball, comes inward and finds Manu. Yes, Manchester United breaking out, but Manchester City regaining possession against Manchester United. Before they returns one straight into the hands of the captain, Kyle Walker, who goes outward into the midfield and finds the brownies of Ruben Diaz there. Diaz look outward and finds Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake comes straight into the midfield, and still Nathan Ake on the ball for Manchester City. Comes back into the midfield and finds Ruben Diaz, and Ruben Diaz finding himself. Looking at how Manchester City are playing highline, all the players in the other half of the pitch.
Yeah, playing highline, but I think if you have a team that fast speed. But this kinds of formation, I don't think they can try it with Arsenal Football Club, because the way Arsenal plays this season, Arsenal will really make them suffer if they play this way against Arsenal. I guess they know that they are playing Man U. This is the same way they played against Chelsea too.
Hope this is not dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous, but hey, it's one of those things. Now look at it. They dropped vital 2 points against Chelsea. All Arsenal fans were dancing and thanking Chelsea, but it looks more like they might be dropping another one.
No, that's still the game is not over yet. It's Manchester United breaking out against Manchester City. Into the midfield there is McTominay on the ball, sends one outward, it still holds on to it and sends one straight back into the hands of that player Voila for Manchester United. Andre Nana on the ball and looks to send one out to find Lindelof on the ball there. And Lindelof, who has really been it against Phil Foden in this game, he has really gone through a lot against the English winger.
A lot has gone through.
Okay, so Manchester United preparing their own substitution. It's Anthony will be thrown into this game.
Yeah, Anthony trying to get his mojo back. That mojo he was at Ajax that made Man U come fast, that millions. But he's not playing against the young lads in the Eredivisie right now. He's playing against the men in the Premier League. So can he up his game? Can he get to that standard? These kinds of games are one of those games that you can showcase yourself and you announce your arrival.
It's on the 5th minute of this encounter. It's still 1-1 between Manchester United and Manchester City in that Manchester derby. And still Manchester United, who are enjoying the better share of possession against Manchester United. Everywhere has been blue in this game. And here's another attack from Manchester City. What would they make out of this? It sends one straight inward there. But there was a block there by the Manchester United defender. And looking at ball possession, still sit at Manchester City, enjoying the better share of ball possession with 71% of possession of the ball, while Manchester United has just 29% of possession. 24 total shot from Manchester City, 2 total shot from Manchester United.
Yeah, when you look at it, it has been a game that Man City has dominated right, left, and center. So it's Manchester City's game to lose as it stands right now. I just hope that they don't fumble it right there.
Wow, that should be a yellow card.
I don't think
Garnacho. I think that substitution might just be Garnacho being withdrawn for Anthony, which I think might just be the right substitution because he hasn't really been in this encounter. That's Rashford being withdrawn.
You know, I wonder why they will withdraw Rashford and bring in Anthony. Looking at Anthony's form, I thought it has not actually been.
No, I think Anthony too is one player on his day.
No. Okay, we'll talk about Anthony. When he came earlier on in Manchester United, we saw him in the first 3 games, he scored a goal. But right now, after that 42 matches, he only had 1 goal in 42 matches. So how do you expect him to get a goal here?
This is football. But that the player has not scored even in his whole career doesn't mean he won't score. You just have to give them the belief.
But though they've not used him as, I don't know where you want to use him right now.
It's going to play on the right wing. Garnacho has to come to the left.
Yeah, so they will just play a false 9. Right?
Yeah, a false 9. So they'll play for the remaining of this game.
Another thing about
the 75th minute of this game, approaching the 76th minute, which means we have 14 more minutes to go in regulation time. It's still 1-1 between Manchester City and Manchester United. It has really been a game dominated by Manchester City. And yes, Manchester United breaking out, and it's Anthony with his first touch in this game and easily caught out there. I think that should be an offside call. Yes, it's an offside call rightly called by the assistant referee in that encounter. And it's Manchester City who are currently breaking out against Manchester United, looking to attack against Manchester United in this encounter. It's looking like a game. I might actually fancy this game ending as a draw.
Yeah, it's possible, really possible. But Man U, with the way they are coming out right now, they might just concede towards the dying embers of this game. It's really, really possible.
And a draw would be a very big result for Manchester.
Yeah, a draw is actually going to be a good result for Manchester, but not really good for Manchester City.
No.
There's a game they fully dominated. You can't really look at it. Looking at the number of shots, 24 for Manchester City and just 2 to Manchester United. It has really been a wasteful day in office for Manchester City, playing like the Chelsea we used to watch.
It's not even about Man City being wasteful. It's more about Onana and Man U defense defending very well. If you look at it, they've created chances. Though 1 or 2, they wasted it, but it's not that bad with those numbers. That's why, stats again. I'm not really a fan of riding on stats alone.
Still Manchester City breaking out against Manchester United, and yes, Manchester United having the chance to attack against Manchester City. But what was he waiting for there? That pass should be coming out.
And that was a clinical attack. He just took the
You
ball
know,
off him.
Anthony too can be very, very sloppy. Really, really sloppy. On his day, when he gets sloppy, you might want to rain curses on him if possible, because it can be really frustrating.
It can be really
with his
frustrating.
sloppiness.
And if you look at his stats now, he has not contributed, he has not been part of goal leader creating assists in 20 matches. Part of goal scoring in 20 matches. He has not, he's off it. And he plays as a winger. So it's not a good stats for him.
Okay, not really good start for him there. You can see Manchester City is still doing everything possible to get in front here at the Etihad Stadium. It's still 1-1 between them and Manchester United. Should they drop 2 points against in this encounter, they'll still maintain second position. But should Arsenal win tomorrow against Sheffield, it's going to be Arsenal who will be 1 point ahead of Manchester City in the second position. The battle for the EPL title is really, really lighting up right now, and we're still in the match day 27 as we're approaching match day 28, where we'll be having a big deciding match there between Manchester City and Liverpool. And the referee is not having any of that, and it allows them plays to continue when Manchester City were thinking they'll be getting a free kick. And yes, Manchester United looking to eat out on their counter against Manchester City. And it's Garnacho who has been released. Good save there from the goalkeeper. I think we should be getting a look at for dive.
And that's a goal kick. No, there was a collision there, but
there'll be a VR check for that. Let's see if that will be given out as a penalty to Manchester United.
It was
clearly onside there. Let's see if that was a collision. I think he got the ball.
Yeah, he got the ball. It's just a collision on the ball. You see,
he got the ball first. He got the ball first.
Yeah. But he got the leg too.
He really needs to be careful. He needs to be careful not to concede this kind of penalties. But he got the ball first. But let's see what VAR decisions will be, because we know how VAR can be in the EPL. They might be giving Manchester United a penalty. There's a VAR check currently going on, and the referee says it's going to be a goal kick. That looks like that touch on Garnacho is not worthy to be given a penalty.
You can see that even Garnacho was waiting for it. He left his leg.
Yeah, he tries to sell that to him.
Yeah, he sold that to him.
I think Elderson was actually lucky he got onto the ball.
Really
Even he gets the ball and just caught the leg, that would have been conceding a penalty.
Yeah, unnecessary
penalty, Yes, so, Manchester City back to what they have been doing for the past 80 minutes in this game, attacking against Manchester United. And here they are going out again to try and see if they can get to the second goal. And finally, they've gotten that second goal against Manchester United, as Manchester City have gained the lead in this encounter. In the 80th minute, they've scored the second goal. What a game at hand, and what a way to turn dominance into goals against Manchester United. That is how you play a game of football. You don't come out to defend against a team like this. What a goal. What a beautiful goal from Manchester. And that is Phil Foden with a double for Manchester City. Manchester boy in and out doing it against Manchester United.
Yeah,
wow. What a good one for the 2 goals. I think he has just made his goal to 12 now. He had 10 before, for in the EPL. So it's gradually going up, and also I think that's a good one for him.
And looking at the number of players Manchester City needs or allowed to leave so that before they can get into the starting 11. And this is a player we've seen, around the Manchester City starting 11 since he was 16 years old, after breaking out at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. And he has never looked back. At the point, I saw the number of EPL titles and, his collection at the age of 23. And you think of it.
Yeah,
he has like more collections than a football club.
Yeah. You want to look at the red side of
I don't see it.
Looking at it, Phil Foden is one hell of a player. In fact, the 3 Lions are yet to harness his potential to the full extent. When you look at a young player like this, pacey, silky, it can be really, really massive going forward for them at the Euros coming up in the summer. But Phil Foden really has been top this season. And talking about the players they are allowed to leave, Man City is a big club. If a player really said they want to leave, they won't hold them back. So Gundogan, the farm team spoke to him. It's just that when Gundogan left, and Kyle Walker said he wanted to leave, they said no way. Even Bernardo Silva too.
I was looking at players like Riyad Mahrez. These were players you have to look at the experience. You have to look at the experience of Riyad Mahrez. These were players who were keeping Foden on the bench, not really in getting a lot of starting. And you're looking coming into the midfield. You have Gundogan, who these are players, big experience they have to play. And these are some of the sacrifices that
players wanted to leave. Gundogan, they tried to keep him. He said he was going. Riyad Mahrez, Saudis for average Muslim, they want to go there. So it's not about Man City saying, oh, go so that Foden will stay. No, it's about Man City saying, them telling Man City they want to leave. But Man City, look, are they surplus to requirement? Yes, maybe on the average for Gundogan, but on Riyad Mahrez, it's surplus to requirement. If they wouldn't have brought in Doku if Riyad Mahrez had stayed. So that's just it.
Looking at Cole Palmer and what his exploit at Chelsea, do you think he will have been starting at Manchester City?
No, I don't think right there because Phil Foden, Cole Palmer and Phil Foden almost shared the same role. So I think it will just be coming 65, 70, and even with them going to the market for Doku, that will really, really limit them.
I remember that talent, coming in around 2016. There were three, but they've turned to Saka and Foden and Greenwood.
Yeah,
those were the shining lights.
And Greenwood, did you see that
I saw that goal
yesterday?
For Getafe yesterday. That is
I don't understand why Manchester United asked that guy and went to the transfer window for him.
No, it has to really be about what he has gone through. The allegations.
Yes,
he can't really come back to England.
There is a better way. I think that Manchester United could have handled that situation even from the onset. This guy is massive. He came from the academy, and you didn't pay one. Imagine what Phil Foden is doing for Man City from the academy. That could have been. Greenwood is so direct. No nonsense player. He's one of those serious men like Phil Foden. Phil Foden.
I look at the three of them. Sorry to say, I look at the three of them, and no disrespect to Foden and Bukayo Saka. I actually look at the three of them, and I feel like Greenwood has the highest talent,
potential.
Because
he's so serious. No time for nonsense. In a team like Getafe, 8 goals, 5 assists. Getafe, who are the support cast in Getafe?
Well, it's really going to be a big call for Manchester United at the end of the season. Will they be keeping Mason Greenwood, or will they be releasing him to go out, or will Getafe be getting a really bigger club? I'll be getting.
I think Chelsea should go for him.
England. What he has done very well in La Liga, he has kept his cool. Look at when what's called Jude Bellingham.
Yeah,
we called him a certain name that can't be mentioned on air. But he allowed the case to just allow it die out. We've seen a lot of fans try to put him on that emotional side of it, calling him a lot of name rapist and so. But he hasn't let that affect him. Rather, he has allowed that in the positive side. Taking that annoyance on the teams and getting more goals for Getafe. Really great one from Mr. Greenwood. But let's see if England will be recalling him. But I don't really think that career is really going to happen with the English national team. And yes, Manchester City, who are currently leading after Phil Foden double in the second half. First goal in the 56th minute and the second one in the 80th minute for the England Beyond International. And yes, Manchester City breaking out in the last 4 minutes of those games. What a way to come back in this game after Manchester United got the lead in the 8th minute through Marcus Rashford. Yes, still Manchester City enjoying the better share of possession. Now they have Manchester United where they want them to be.
Yeah, now they have them where they want to be. But now it's just to put the icing on the cake. And I think if Man U is not careful, the icing will drop on the cake and will melt the cake and mix with the cake. So I think it's a game that Man City deserves all 3 points. They come out Manchester United. It's not every team that will survive at the Etihad like Chelsea that actually held their own and could have won that game actually, but due to those inexperience and young squad and all, they still got a draw at the Etihad. Maybe Manchester United now thought it's that easy, but hey, they are down 2-1 at the end.
August 27th minute, 3 moments to go in regulation time. And Manchester City are 2-1 up against Manchester United. And I can see, whenever his opponent or he's up, the teams you don't really like are losing.
His enemy.
He's always
I don't have enemies. I don't have enemies. I just enjoy the other games. Even if Man U win, I'll still be smiling.
I guess
but it's so sweet to throw drives.
It's always so sweet. And we've seen 2 substitutions from Manchester United on this in the 82nd minute. It was Foden who was brought in for Garnacho, and Amrabat brought in for Mainoo in the second half. And that was after that goal scored by Phil Foden 2 goals for Phil Foden. A really, really great game for the England internationals. Manchester City goes out to try and see if they can get a third goal in the 88th minute as we're approaching 2 more minutes to go in regulation time, not additional time yet. And Manchester City has a corner kick against Manchester United. Everywhere Manchester United have been second to Manchester City.
14
Look at the corner kicks.
corners
14 corner kicks to Manchester City, 2 to Manchester United. But they've not made good use of any of their corner kicks.
and they've scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
I don't mean they made good use of it. Maybe they'll be up 8-0 or something. But wow, Manchester United has really defended.
And that's a corner kick be taken there. And it's going to be another corner kick. And the referee that should be an infringement against Manchester City. Yeah. Let's see what the referee decisions will be.
I think that you're
looking like a lion.
Another corner kick.
Let's see what that is going to be. I think it's Adriana or it was Onana who actually pushed Nathan Ake there. So I think that should be another corner kick to Manchester City. Yes, it was rightly given. And it's Bernardo Silva who is standing on the corner kick for Manchester City. What would they be making out of this? Sends one into the box there, but that eluded all the sky blue jerseys in the box there. It's Manchester City who are back in possession. Kevin De Bruyne against Dalot there. What will they make out of this? The Belgian sends one straight into the midfield. Yes, still Manchester City attacking in the final third, straight into the hands of Bernardo Silva there. The Magic Chance sends one straight into the midfield, into the box there, back into the hands of Bernardo Silva, who tries to send one across pitch there. Oh, that was actually saved there for Manchester United, who will be clearing their lines right now and looking for that equalizer. Anthony on the ball goes 1-on-1 against Nathan Ake, and he beats his man. An opportunity for Manchester United to come back into this game. Finally lost possession, and it's Phil Foden who got that for Manchester City.
I don't know why he came
seriousness
back.
And seriousness.
You see what I'm saying? That he can be so lackadaisical with the ball. He could have looked up and dropped that pass for the next one. Even if he didn't get it, we'll see intention. Now, what was his intention for running there? We can't really say. Honestly, he needs to improve on that. 100 million is a lot of money than for you to be playing like an academy player.
No doubt he needs to improve as we approach in the 90th minute of regulation time. That is the final minute of regulation time. And any moment from now, we'll be seeing how much minutes will be added by the center referee in this encounter. And talking about how much minutes will be added, we saw the controversy that happened in that Madrid game against Valencia yesterday. How do you think that goal should have stand?
I think it should have stand because when a team is that close to attacking and the ball is airbound, you don't end the game when the ball is airbound in that kind of attack.
Is that the rules?
No. See, there are something they say referee's discretion is part of the rules. Your discretion, you have to use your common sense. Because one, you want to control the tempo of the game. You want to, as in tempers, like reactions, emotions. Yeah. So you don't end a game like that. I think the disciplinary committee has to sit back. That thing that happened yesterday should not happen again. That is an error. You could have ended the game when the pass went to the side. You didn't end it. When they cross into the box, you are now ending the game. That means they can trace it to an ulterior motive. Yeah, honestly, easily. So you will just pour conversations like this, and it is not so good for the image of the La Liga. So Tembas too, we have a say on this.
It's most referees. If you see
8 minutes,
hardly you see.
In the second half, and it's 8 minute additional time by the referee. It is a counter between Manchester City and Manchester United. We've seen first minute of 8 minutes played already. I don't think it can still happen in this game of football between Manchester City and Manchester United. Yes, Manchester City back in possession. It's Nathan Ake who takes one up in the midfield there. It sends it straight to Stones there. Stones looks out to find out with Manchester City teammates. It's Manchester City still attacking against Manchester United. We have the third goal, and finally, it's Erling Haaland with his goal for Manchester City.
Yeah, it will really, because he's a Man City fan. I think most influenced by his dad. A former Man City player.
And that looks like it's Phil Foden with the assist. Yeah, I think it's Phil Foden with the assist for Erling Haaland's goal. What a game of football.
And it's Phil Foden's debut.
Yeah.
and it's man of the match. Phil Foden should be the man of the match.
Yeah, Phil Foden should be the man. What a game Manchester City are having, from losing 1-0 at halftime and scoring 3 goals in the second half. That is why they are currently having the golden badge, which shows they are the champions of the EPL. And this game is going to set out a very big game between them and Liverpool next week in the EPL. It what promises to be one of the deciders, or what might just be the decider of the EPL winners in 2023/2024. Very big goal, 17th goal already for Erling Haaland this season. He went out injured There was nobody that could meet him on the top at the top of the table, and he's back still scoring.
But I
Wonderful
think
goals.
it went like that because Salah was absent too for some time,
Absolutely.
even for AFCON. So I think if Salah had stayed, they would have met up with him and actually overtaken him. But hey, congratulations to Man City. And they've taught Man U another lesson that Organa Master, you can only try to. You can, if you see lizard shaking their head, they're only doing press up.
Honestly, he has been a very spectacular player. 80 goals for Manchester City since he started November 2022. Since he came to Manchester, in 83 matches, he has scored 84 matches now. He has scored 80 goals for Manchester United. That's to tell you how. No. In fact, the Manchester United players that who came close, he has given them that gap. Manchester City player that came close to him. I think he has given them the like of he has given them like 30 goals gap. So that's to tell you how good he is.
Wow, great goal for Manchester City as Rodri produced a great pass to find Erling Haaland for Manchester City inside the penalty area of Manchester United, and Erling Haaland took advantage of the situation to rifle a shot into the bottom left corner to give Manchester City a 3-1 lead over Manchester United. And it's looking like a Sakwe Otila moment for Manchester United already as we are approaching the 94th minute of this game.
Yeah, it's gone. They can wait for next season. Man, away David defeat to Man City there. They used to call them noisy neighbors. It seems that it is now Man U that will be the noisy neighbors right now. So it's now funny why the rejected stone is fast becoming the chief cornerstone.
Oh, that's the game of football, and that is how it goes. A totally dominated game by Manchester City. 73% ball possession from the blue side of Manchester and just 27% for the red side of Manchester. 27 goal attempts, from Manchester City. 8 shots on target, 19 shots off target in this encounter. They had a chance of taking Manchester United to the cleanser.
Yeah, they had the chance and they took those chances. And you see that their second half is better than the first half. Any team that wants to win, you focus more on second half than first half. So it's one of the things Chelsea should learn from. You don't play well in the first half and forget second half.
Okay, back into that account as we're approaching the 95th minute. 3 minutes to go in additional time. Let's see if Manchester United can get 2 goals in 3 minutes. Anything can still happen in the game of football. They can come all out, gun blazing against Manchester City for the next 3 minutes of this game. It's the EPL match day 27, and this is one of the last games as we still have Arsenal against Sheffield United.
Away
against Sheffield United tomorrow. What should actually be a walk away for Arsenal tomorrow.
Walk in the park.
Walk in the park for them, sorry.
Yeah, so I think it will be an easy game for Arsenal. But Sheffield plays low block. Sometimes
that's always been a problem for Arsenal when they play against low blocks.
Look at Luton. Look at how they struggle before they got that stoppage time winner. So I think it will be a game that Arsenal should take. If they don't take games like that tomorrow's fixture, they don't have any business thinking they can win the league.
Wow. Okay, but do you actually see Arsenal winning the league?
Of course.
Everything is always of course.
If you look at the form of Arsenal right now, they have a very solid form. They're in a solid form, and to me, I'm very sure if they meet Manchester City, they're going to beat Manchester City. It's not that I'm bragging, but they can beat Manchester City. And do they still have to play with Liverpool? Yeah.
No, they've defeated Liverpool and the Emirates and
away. Yeah.
No, draw at the Anfield.
So they can beat Manchester City. I think Manchester City is the only team there's a strong opponent right now. So if they can beat Manchester City.
But you know that De Bruyne didn't play the first.
Forget about De Bruyne. Forget about Haaland.
Arsenal had to 10 minutes to just get that one goal, and I think it was a deflection on there, but that struggled goal.
So Arsenal can win. Arsenal can win the
Against the 97th minute of that game between Manchester City and Manchester United, as we are moving straight into the last minutes of additional time. Here we've seen the substitution. Phil Foden being with for Oscar Bob, and he went out to a standing ovation from the Manchester City fans. What a big game for Phil Foden, the local product out there, getting his team 2 goals against Manchester United.
Yeah, the man of the match as far as I'm concerned. you know, he's an homegrown talent.
Yeah.
He understood what it means to play in a derby. That's one thing that many of these young lads coming up needs to learn. You need to understand the meaning of a game to your fans. Look at a derby yesterday, Brentford Chelsea, and they are playing like that.
Oh, okay, so Manchester United fans, they are all out of the stadium already. Home is not far. Home is not far.
It's not far. They
It's just a small
and they will
walk
start
home.
complaining. Rashford should have controlled this one, talking like that. And Haaland is going home right there. So congratulations to Man City. Another good day in the office. But Man U, I don't know where they are going to. I don't know the direction of the project. But I think with Ten Hag, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Let's see which light will be at the end of the tunnel for Manchester United. Will it be Ten Hag next season for Manchester United, or will they be going all out? We know that the Ineos is that's Sir Jim Rockefeller and his Ratcliffe, and his team will actually want to go all out and try to see if they can better this season, next season for Manchester United. And yes, Manchester United with the late attack against Manchester City to try and see if they can get one more goal in that encounter. But the referee gives a free kick to Manchester United, and it's going to be one of the last attack in this game as we've approached the 98th minute of this encounter. And that is the final whistle of that game between Manchester United and Manchester City, with Manchester City taking a home victory over Manchester United. 3-1 that game ended. Back-to-back, home and away victory for Manchester City over Manchester United to take the Manchester bragging rights of this season.
Congratulations to Man City. Deservedly. Man U, maybe they thought it's that easy to get a draw at the Etihad Stadium. I think now they know better, and they have to go and prepare for next season. So congratulations to them. This same team, dying Chelsea played their draw over
congratulations to Manchester City. Since the arrival of Guardiola to Manchester City, he has actually made Manchester United look common. The rivalry used to be very, very high, but very top class rivalry.
Was it Pep Guardiola?
Of course, it's Pep Guardiola.
When Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was there, we know how he still maintained that rivalry, because even
the rivalry was there,
even though Ole Gunnar Solskjaer still got some victories.
Pellegrini, Mancini.
But the level of victory is not as high as when Guardiola. In fact, Guardiola actually shot the dominance. Guardiola actually shot
Man
them
City really dominated.
Of course, look at it now. He just made his win against Manchester United 9 today. In 16 matches, 9. That is massive for him. So that's why you can see the noisy neighbors. The noise is no longer loud like it used to be in those days.
No, it seems the noise is not shifting towards the red side of
That's the final whistle of that game, and at the end of that game is Manchester City, who takes the bragging rights at the Manchester derby, taking the 3-1 victory over their neighbors, and the first neighbors of Manchester United, who will finally be sitting on the 6th position, and Tottenham will actually be happy with the way this result went. So still to come tomorrow is Arsenal against Sheffield United at the Sheffield Stadium. That is another match for one of the top 3 contenders for the EPL. So we come your way tomorrow. It's bye for now.